What is the history of the Union Jack flag of the United Kingdom? And what flags make up the Union Jack? In 1603, Elizabeth I, one of the greatest monarchs in British history, died, and she didn't have an heir. But the closest legitimate claimant to the throne was James VI of Scotland, the King of Scotland. He took the throne in 1603 and became James I. The flags combined to create the first Union flag in 1606, and this was it. Then in the year 1800, the Acts of Union was passed in Parliament, and it came into place in 1801. This brought Ireland into union with England, Scotland, and Wales, creating the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Ireland's flag was then incorporated into the Union flag, into the current Union flag that we know of today, the Union Jack. Now today, Northern Ireland is the only part of Ireland in the United Kingdom, but the Irish part of the flag represents that part, the Northern Ireland part. What are the individual names of the flags of the Union Jack though? Well, we have the St George's flag of England, we have the St Andrew's flag of Scotland, the Saltire, and we have the St Patrick's flag of Ireland, also a Saltire. Why are the St Patrick's lines off centre though? Why aren't they perfectly centre? Well, it's done this way to make sure that it doesn't overshadow the Scottish Saltire of the Union Jack flag. Now you might be thinking, where's the Welsh flag, the Welsh dragon? When the Union Jack was created in 1606, Wales was in its own kingdom in its own right. It was part of England. And so the St George's Cross represented Wales in 1606 as well as England. And so at that time, Wales was represented by the St George's Cross. Obviously now Wales has its own flag, the Welsh dragon, and it is probably one of the best flags in the world in my opinion. It's got a dragon on it. Now, why is it called Union Jack? What's the Jack part? It goes back to the Navy, the British Navy. On the ships, they would have a pole with the flag on, and that pole was called a jack. And so with the flag on it, the Union flag, it got nicknamed the Union Jack because it was on the jack pole that was on the Navy ships.